there, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to my third video about how to pay for dental school. And today we're going to talk about private loans, and private loans do differ from FAFSA in terms of the interest that you will have to pay, the flexibility that you will have, and also if you're even eligible or not. So if you're interested in that, keep on watching. Again, a little disclaimer before we even start. I'm not an expert. I'm just sharing with you guys what I have found out so far, and I want to make your guys' life easier by just sharing what I know. And as always, do your own research, find out everything that helps you to succeed. So yeah, just to be on the safe side, always double check all the information that you hear on the internet. So private loans are super helpful for people that are not citizens, that don't have a green card, or maybe that don't even have a cosigner. There's definitely options for you guys. And I know this is something that worries quite a few people, that, I don't even know anyone in the United States. How can I really, find a cosigner without ever having lived there, or who will even trust me like that? Because it is a huge responsibility if you're a cosigner. And I will talk about this in a second. So there's definitely options for you guys. Don't give up on that. Private loans are also good for people that need more than what FAFSA gives them. So if you do have a family and have to support multiple people, then it might be tricky to, just live off of FAFSA. That's why private loans are also an option for you. There's multiple key differences between FAFSA and private loans. We have talked quite a bit about the interest of FAFSA loans. But private loans are also a little bit tricky. They could have variable interest rates, which is super important, meaning that it could start out with a low interest, but then it's going to be fluctuating depending on the market, and it could even go up quite a bit. So it could be more than what you would pay for a FAFSA loan in interest. So definitely watch out for the term variable interest rate. In general, interest rates are higher for private loans, and I have seen interest rates going up to 12, 13, 14% for private loans. So don't be surprised when you see that. But if you have a cosigner who has a very strong credit score, that interest could go down quite a bit. So that's why it's very important who you ask to cosign. So the reason why I was mentioning that the cosigner has a big responsibility is that he will sign that loan with you. And in case you don't finish school, or if you end up, dropping out of school early and you decide to, leave the country and, not pay your loan, the cosigner will be responsible for paying out that loan. That's why it might be difficult to, convince a cosigner to actually join you on that adventure. Another downside of private loans is that they have fewer protections and less flexibility for you. As I've said in my previous video, FAFSA does forgive your student loan in case of, illness, death, or whatever. Private loans do usually not have that. So they do not give you that flexibility or protection in case of you being unable to work and pay back that loan. So now that you know that, I thought we should talk about a couple lenders that could be an option for you. And again, you should research them yourself. There's a bunch of comparison tools online that, just compare the different lenders and show you which might be best for you. I've heard a lot from friends and colleagues, so I made a list of different lenders which you could check out. The first one that I've heard the most about was College Avenue. They do have a better interest rate apparently, and they do need a cosigner. So if you do have someone in your life who would be able to cosign with you, this is probably a good option and you should check them out. Another very famous lender is Sallie Mae. They do need a cosigner, and after you finish dental school, they give you a grace period of about a year, meaning that after you finish dental school, you will have time of about a year till you find a job, till you move, till you have your finances kind of organized, till you have to make your payments. There's also a cosigner release option after a couple years, meaning that your cosigner will be totally released from the contract, from the loan, and you alone will be responsible for the loan, which might be good if you try to convince a cosigner to sign with you. You can be like, you know what, after a year, you're good to go. You'll have no responsibility at all anymore. And the loan amount that you get is depending on your cost of attendance, similar to FAFSA. Now let's talk about some options for the students that do not have a cosigner, that do not know anyone in the United States that could cosign with them. The first lender that I have heard students talk about is Prodigy. They do not need any cosigners, as I said, and they only support a number of schools. So you should go to their website and check out the schools that they do support. If you got accepted by a different school, they might not give you a loan. The other lender that doesn't require a cosigner is Empower. They also have a list of about 350 schools that they do support. So if you got accepted by one of those schools, they will give you a loan. Alright guys, that was it about the private loans. I hope this video was helpful. As always, if you have questions, leave them down below. Again, I'm not an expert, but if there's anything that I heard about before from other students, or if there's something that, I can help you with, I will definitely do so. I hope to see you soon, and take care. Bye.